until you're looking fine. Training your body and training your mind. Sharing crypto tips while you're working out. The Steam Birds think that health is as important as well.
Welcome to another edition of Crypto and Cardio. So yesterday I was asked a question, which coins am I holding for the long term? At the moment there are 3 coins which I am holding and focused in on for the long term for 3 different reasons. The first of those coins is Bitcoin. Now, actually won't be surprised to most people. The reason why I'm holding Bitcoin is because of its security and its simplicity. I think over time the use case of Bitcoin as a store of value has strengthened. I think the proposals to scale Bitcoin off-chain as opposed to on-chain retain the core Bitcoin's simplicity whilst enabling it to be the backbone of a bigger use case. And the network effects of Bitcoin cannot and should not be underestimated. Take for example, last year, Bitcoin goes on a big bull run and it has a massive impact, not just on the crypto space, but also beyond in terms of pulling people in. This year, Bitcoin's been bearish and yeah, everything else has been bearish at the same time. So Bitcoin, my number 1 long-term hold. My number 2 long-term hold is EOS. I think the brains behind EOS in terms of Dan Lerma, love him or hate him, he is proven he's still and he's worth within the space. They can deliver projects that are fast and scalable. I think that the money that they've raised, the 4 billion war chests that Block One have raised, gives them the capital to really build out the ecosystem. I also think that the community is growing. It's large, it's international, so its network effects are kind of growing by the day. I do think that now is the most riskiest time for EOS in terms of its launch. However, once the launch is out of the way, things have settled down, people have found wallets they've trusted, more exchanges get on board, I think we can definitely see EOS gaining value. And this is beyond, you know, all the airdrops and the different things which are likely to come with EOS. So EOS would be my number 2 long-term hold. And my number 3 long-term hold is Steem. I have a soft spot for Steem, I have to confess. And also it's for all this talk about what could be on a blockchain, it's the one application and use case that is really working practically now. It's still, for me, the number 1 onboarding platform in terms of getting people that are not crypto enthusiasts involved in cryptocurrency, and I've seen that in evidence. And I think that it has a fantastic first mover advantage in terms of social networks on the blockchain. And yeah, and there's still a lot of innovation due to happen on the Steem blockchain in terms of communities and SMTs. So yeah, that's my number 3 long-term hold. Now don't get me wrong, I still hold a whole heap of other coins as well, primarily as hedges against my main 3. So I hold Litecoin and even hold some Bitcoin Cash as hedges against Bitcoin. I hold some Ethereum as a hedge against EOS. Then I hold various other coins, some as a hedge against Steam, and some because I just like to explore other types of use cases within the ecosystem. So I hold some Masternode coins, some exchange coins, just to explore their value propositions. Having said all that, you know, my main advice to anybody is it really doesn't matter what free coins you hold or what coins you hold, as long as you've got the bandwidth to follow them and you're invested in them more than just the money. And obviously you think they are or have a solid foundation in terms of their fundamentals. Because the people that tend to do well, as I've alluded to before, are those that are dedicated to the coins that they're involved in. And they're there for the good times and the bad times. And often being there for the bad times enables you to profit during the good times. So yeah, and that's it in terms of my strategy at the moment and my long-term holds in crypto. Okay, let me get back to this workout.